No time for memes. We gotta figure out what the result of that spell was. Right, when last we left off, y'all had a meeting with Lord Ravenkind. He is going to arrange a masquerade that will occur within 2 days. And Solandra, what was the spell that you cast? Was it Locate Object?
No, it was discern location, which is a bit more powerful.
Right. And what was the location you were trying to discern?
No, it was we were originally going to go for um, the the object itself, but then I read the fine print, which said I had to have handled it as opposed to just seen it. So that meant we had to search for a person, which meant back to Gadra.
Got it.
I would have preferred to do um, I would have preferred to have searched for the symbol, but
You can't search the symbol, but you can search for a location. Place, name, business name, building name, or the like.
right. No, I meant for I would have preferred to have found the symbol that Gadra was scribing rather than Gadra herself, but since that's not really an option. Oops. I'm not going to find anything under Pathfinder Gadra.
You won't. Oh, never mind. The creature or object's location. Never mind. So you do have to choose a creature or object. You cannot choose a location. My
Right.
bad. I don't know how to read. Hi, my name is Randall Lefebvre. I'm 29 years old and I never fucking learned how to read. Okay. So it's at this point you feel a strange sensation because you're like, huh, I wonder where in the city it could be. Is it over there? Is it over there? Oh, is it further underground? And you feel that it is not in any of those places. It's up.
What the hell?
Up in a tall building or up on a different level of the Underdark? Like one we went through already.
Up on a different level of the Underdark. Like, you look up and all you can see is the glittering glim of the roof. And you have, like, an absolutely dead set certain direction of where it is. Like,
Fuck.
you could point your finger and you'd be able to find it. But the path there eludes you.
God damn it.
I mean, I could turn into a earth elemental and earth glide up there.
Problem. You would have to find a cavern wall and glide all the way up the wall and then all the way up the roof and then try and find it.
What if I went into a bird, or what if I turned into a bat? Went up to the roof, and then turned into an earth elemental.
Then you would fall to the earth and take massive fall damage.
Or potentially glide into the earth as she hit.
I couldn't glide into the ceiling from there.
How many ranks do you have in acrobatics?
6.
No, you can't do an upside down halo jump.
What if
Well,
Holt threw me really, really hard?
Same problem.
I could carry you up to the roof, Clementine.
That's true.
Oh, there we go.
And I mean, like, Solandra, you're really gonna have to be on you're gonna have to be a hold of this because you're the only one who knows where it is. You're the only one who knows where the Vademecum is.
I mean, under normal circumstances, I could try teleporting there or even getting close enough to the dimension door to it. But I don't know. I would fucking suspect the place is warded in a way that's going to make things really messy.
Best not to risk it.
Yeah. I don't want to be shunted off into a wall too badly.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Oh man, brilliant. Underground teleporting into a magically warded library. Go for it, champ. Go for it.
Yeah, even with an 8 wisdom, yeah, it doesn't sound like a good idea.
But yeah, you don't even know like how to get there, and then you sort of realize, well, vampires can fly, they have spider climb, they can turn into a gaseous form. They are probably distinctly qualified to get in there in a way that you don't understand. Like, there's a bunch of different ways they could get in.
Okay.
Because
Let's see which one.
they can David Bowie around and you cannot.
Oh, okay. I can use my wand of fly. And I have. Oof, I inherited a lot of wands. Holy crap. Um. All right.
Right?
I don't have a wand of invisibility, but I do have a wand of. It's like you won't believe how long it took me to identify all this crap. I'm wondering if this wand of gaseous form can help. At least that way, we won't be dependent on Clem's Earthglide, which only gets us so far. All right, I think
Would
we
she
can do
be able
this.
to follow you if you went into a gaseous form as when she was an air elemental, perhaps?
Um,
Isn't that the same thing?
not quite. I'm not sure if an air elemental can get through quite the same sort of small. Clem, I've never actually been an air elemental. Can they get through sort of pinholes and such?
Can they?
I'll say that you'll get a bonus on your escape artist roll. I'm sorry, you'll be able to make an escape artist roll.
Now, I haven't prepared it today, but I'm trying to determine. Let's see. Hang tight real quick.
Around how far is this place from
Okay, never
where we
mind.
are now?
Long ways away. Like, maybe like 68 miles?
68 miles. Is it in this giant cavern, or is it like way away from the giant cavern?
It
I mean,
is.
the ceiling of this giant cavern, or is it somewhere else?
It's pretty near to the giant. Like, I'm just trying to think like how high up it would be, and also consider you're not going straight up. You're going over there. Um, so like fuck it. What's the name of the underground city? Raznica.
No.
No.
Penzance.
Penzance.
Penzance. And like Penzance is huge.
The best spell for this would be yours, Clementine. The one you've used on us before.
To transform you into other animals.
No, I was thinking of the one we used to travel very quickly.
I'm about to say Windwalk
Um,
would get you there, but it wouldn't be
Windwalk.
able to grant you access.
I also, if we could get there, I could send some insect scouts to infiltrate.
Mm.
What kind of insects are you
Might
talking about?
it might work, but libraries notoriously have wards against insects.
It's just the spell insect scouts. This spell summons one or more vermin to investigate a single location or building you can see.
That would be the problem. You would have to be able to see it.
Exactly. Because they've got little eggs, it would take them too long to get there.
All right.
Hmm.
Holt
Yeah.
expressed reservations about flying in the past.
Mostly because I'm not very good at it.
Taking a look at Holt's armor, does your armor count as light or medium?
Light.
Okay.
About to say, Holt is so adept in his armor, he probably wouldn't get a fly penalty.
Perks of being a 19th level fighter.
Hey, the downside, unfortunately, Holt, how many ranks do you have in fly?
0.
I can't.
But
What? Why wouldn't you do such a thing?
I have a +1 from my dex.
That counts for something.
It's not a negative.
That's true.
Why, what are you thinking of doing to me? You have that
Well-
glint in your eyes.
I always have a glint in my eye. It's from the permanent arcane sight I gave myself. Well, I'm thinking that we could probably fly to the cavern roof, then assume a gaseous form, because I'm thinking about when you're in a gaseous form, you're moving like fucking gas. It's not very quick. It's not. It's like a really casual stroll sprint. So.
Am I gonna have to concentrate for this?
Well,
How long does
no.
it last?
Flight? It doesn't.
Yeah.
It lasts as long as us, and you just sort of will yourself up and down and around. Now, you're probably not going to be the most maneuverable, but as long as we limit it to you going up, and not going around corners, and maybe not stopping as abruptly as some of us, it'll probably be okay. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? You have a very hard head. If you slam into the cavern roof, most likely it won't smash.
If
I
I
mean,
break one of my horns because of this, I'm gonna be pissed.
it'll probably grow back.
Hmm. Alright.
Well, that's the thought I have so far. But this spell isn't the best one for long distance journeys, and we're still quite a ways away from this place. I'm not. I mean, seriously, 60 miles away?
68.
Fewer than that. Let's go 48.
48 miles.
So, like, let's say it's 4 straight up, and like,
Is within the bounds of Penzance? Is Penzance that big?
yeah, Penzance is huge. I mean, like, consider. So, like, it would take you, if you wanted to walk across all of Penzance, the whole thing, from the outskirts where you began to the other side, it would take you about like 11 hours. So multiply that by 2, and that's like 22 miles. And
Okay.
Ravenkind's castle is located near one of the outer rims, like one of the outer sides of it. And you have to go 4 miles up. So if you were flying as the crow flies, that's like 40-something miles. Because it is because the library is located at the absolute center.
Well, I can get us back quickly enough, but I don't want to risk a blind teleport.
Well, we've got 2 days to kill.
Clem, what about you? Do you have any good transportation spells that last for a little while?
Nothing that would work here. I need trees for it.
Yeah.
I've never tried to step into a mushroom. Well, other than figuratively, of course.
Hey.
I bet your mushroom circle spell would work really well down here. I mean, not it wouldn't help in this situation,
That's
but
true.
there are lots of mushrooms.
Would hardly have to do anything.
Last time we cast that spell, it didn't go well.
No,
It's
it
too
did
bad.
not.
I've been really looking forward to visiting like a fucking Fey realm with little, you know, it'd be fun. All right.
That's what I was thinking. Hmm.
We never go to very nice places, so well, except for Wind City, but we like that's gotten more.
I take offense at that. We have spent a fair amount of time at the Ninth and Hennepin. Didn't even make your list.
I agree with Holt.
Yeah, of course.
It's one
Um,
good building in a shitty, shitty town.
Basically,
That's my shitty town you're talking about.
Oh my god, Halt, then I bet you cheer for the Dodgers. No, I bet you cheer for the Mets, you fucking bootlicker.
Absolutely not. I'll cheer for myself.
I'm gonna take
Good.
on the whole team myself.
Holt, you don't even know how to play baseball. Who said anything about baseball?
You know me so well, I don't even have to make my own jokes.
God damn it. Who wants some zeal? Who wants some nationalism? Anyway.
Hmm.
I'd like one of those things.
It's okay, Cap. We all of our characters have weaknesses, and Holt's a filthy nationalist. And
I
that's
do
okay.
have some. I do have something that would get us there very quickly. Except I need to summon one for.
Oh no, so what's your plan?
Well, a spell I haven't actually cast yet. I really got it for Holt's benefit, but like just hasn't come up.
Oh?
Let me see how strong one of these things are. It's Rider's weight plus 10 pounds per cast level. How much do Salandra and Clementine weigh between them?
Mm-hmm.
Clementine, how much do you weigh?
Gear and all, about 40 pounds.
How about yourself?
Not very much. With all my gear, oh god, like maybe 120, 130 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So, I am summoning this for you, and you'll give us a route.
Is it a
Okay.
backpack?
It is a phantom steed.
Ooh.
Hey! You summon the Phantom Steed. It has a range of 0 feet.
Salandra makes a few gestures with her hand, says a very mellifluous command word, um, punctuated by a swear. Now the Phantom Steed is by default has a black head and body, gray mane and tail, and smoke-colored substantial hooves that make no sound. Can I get a sort of punked out Phantom Steed, just out of curiosity?
You don't like the Phantom Steed need not be a horse as far as I'm concerned. It says horse-like creature, so as far as I'm concerned, it can be basically any mount.
Cool.
Like you could summon a Byakhee if you wanted to. The point is, it's meant for riding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a tatted up hippogriff.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Hey, by the way, I found that work in progress you did a long time ago, Cap, of us all drinking together, back when Rivo was still around.
Yeah,
Did you ever finish that one?
I did not.
Just curious. I saw that it was work in progress, and I was like, I wonder if he ever finished.
It's in my long, long list of to-dos.
You get on the flying beast.
All right, so let's see what we have to do here. Um,
So it can fly 100 feet per round.
Make this easy, Glenn. You could always turn to a little field mouse and sit in my pocket.
Good idea. Zoop. A mouse up.
All right.
Squeak, squeak, chitter, chitter.
oh yeah, the exact coloration can be customized by you as you wish.
Love it.
Oh.
So you have to travel 253,440 feet. Your Phantom Steed lasts for 1 hour per level. So that means it lasts for 19 hours. It can move 100 feet per round. 6 rounds in a minute.
One second. There was a table for this, I remember.
There we go. I just need a pen and paper.
I'm trying to figure out what I can do that would. I don't have anything that allows me to make other people invisible. So we're going to be pretty obvious.
I mean, that's assuming there are any guards stationed.
I can't turn invisible, but I can get super tiny.
Right, no.
Super tiny. So, okay. Okay, so if you're moving 600 feet per minute, then you're moving 36,000 feet per hour. And if you divide that by 5,000,
Was it 3,900 feet per hour?
36,000.
36.
Damn it, I biffed it.
You're moving 6.8 miles per hour.
Okay. So it will take you.
Just 6.8 miles per hour?
Yeah.
You're not going that fast.
Wow.
So it's
And
gonna,
that's how much can we go per hour? Like, then that's a third of that. Jeez, that's slow. 2 miles an hour is our speed.
Yeah, if you're not booking it, if you're not running around, most people walk at 2 miles per hour. So it'll take you about 8 hours to get there, which means you'll have enough time to get all the way back. You won't even have to fly to the ground and then walk the rest of the way. So you fly to the roof of the cavern over 8 grueling hours.
So I did make the coloring of the hippogriff match with the roof.
Give me a craft camouflage roll.
Is that actually a skill?
God, no. That's the point. Yeah, I would also accept profession artist or profession painter.
What about survival?
I'd allow it if you had the camouflage feat.
Mm.
Are you proficient with disguise kits?
That'd give you a
No.
bonus.
No, no, and no.
The point is, Salandra, you don't know like how to make it's brown. You made it brown. You made it brown and black and craggy. That's the best you got. Not to say that you couldn't do that, just to say that you are very poorly skilled. Salandra, you might be a master magi, but you have the artistic ability of like a 16-year-old. If only because you are a 16-year-old.
I am a very skilled tattoo artist.
That's true. If only you were inking this hippogriff instead of painting it. Unfortunately, you don't have the time for that. So you fly off towards the cavern roof. And, using the power of the spell that you've cast after 8 hours of just flapping around. Oh, man.
Fuck, Colt.
What?
You're uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, you're old bony.
Clementine chitters happily from the pocket.
Oh, fuck you too, Clementine.
I could always drop you if you want.
I float even without trying. Come on. And I can always dispel the spell whenever I want to.
As you
But
guys
you
are
don't
flying
want
up, you're having this conversation. You're like, oh man, let's have some lighthearted banter while we're on this hippogriff. Oh man, won't it help pass the time? And then this thing flies up next to you.
Oh boy.
Are you all lost?
I stay in the pocket.
No? I don't think so. Are we lost, Salandra?
Nope.
That's curious. There aren't too many people who go up. I mean, not too many of the living who go up.
So it's keeping pace with us with no trouble, huh?
Oh, no issue.
If you're not lost, then that implies that you know where you're going.
We're explorers.
Make a social roll of your choice. As I find stats for this thing. Ah!
Hey.
Um, 35. Diplomacy.
Ooh. Ah, damn it. Can't find anything strong enough to represent what this thing is.
Just add a couple zeros to it.
Just add a couple zeros here and there. Ooh. What? What the fuck? That's... God damn it. I see Greater Unhallowed Shade, and it's a CR8. Are you fucking kidding me? Boo.
Only because of its HP.
So like I said, just toss in an extra zero.
Pidge, you shut your mouth.
I'm safe in the pocket. I don't give a shit.
Oh, hey, I think I see it would be 100 feet per That would translate to 60,000 feet per hour, not 36.
Remember, it's 6 rounds in a minute, not 10.
Oh, okay. I forgot you did that.
I know. I'm breaking all of the math. The
dare
mathematics
you.
are breaking under the
Just make it
centering.
base 10. Make it easy.
Now, 6
It,
seconds
it,
per
it,
round
it
is
does
not.
make things that are supposed to be fast kind of slow, just as a note.
6 seconds a round is not enough. Everything on this planet is just a little bit slower.
Just double it. Double the speed for an hour.
Slow and low to the ground.
Don't bother.
Slow down. Damn it. That's it. I'm going Bestiary by CR and seeing if I can find something stupid. There we go. Astral Leviathan. Fucking Jesus Christ. Why was that so hard
What?
to find?
Put that shit back where you came from!
Or so help me.
Astral Leviathans are dumb as fuck, aren't they?
They are, but I could just use its stats and just twiddle its intelligence around.
Oh. Touche.
But still, let me look through the pot. Wow, there aren't a lot of
Hello?
like. There aren't a lot of creatures like this.
It could be one of those things that are on the mountain. Wendigo.
I don't think Wendigos can fly.
Really?
I mean, you're the DM.
That's true. I could just be like, yeah, Wendigos can fly, didn't you know? Oh, holy shit, they can fly! Holy fuck! They're so fast! Baby Jesus! But let me check out the abilities of a winter white.
I don't like the sound of any of that.
You know what? I'll use the attributes of a Wendigo, but this thing is obviously not a Wendigo. Oh, it can grapple. Anyway. Yeah, who'd have known that a Wendigo has a fly speed of 120 feet with perfect mobility?
Ooh, they can control weather and generate nightmares.
And thankfully, there's no weather down here. Oh, it can also, if it grapples someone, it can wind walk them away. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so you got a very high number on your what
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy. And what did you
Diplomacy. 35.
Unfortunately, meet to beat.
Just exploring, then.
Yes.
Most of the explorers I run into prefer to crawl through the caverns like the little worms they are, but perhaps you're a bit more eccentric. I mean,
You would not be the first to call us that.
I used to be an explorer too. I don't imagine you would mind some company.
Holt looks to Solandra. Well,
It would be useful to have a native guide.
Delightful. So,
May I know to whom we are speaking?
certainly.
Oh my God, the name of this musical group is Spectre of Ruin. Unless the name of the musical group is Black Fast, and the album.
no, that's the name of the album.
The album is called Spectre of Ruin.
I can figure that out a little bit later.
I'm just saying, Spectre of Ruin is metal as fuck, and they did a great job. Nice work, folks. Can I get a random Wendigo name generator? Oh man, I got an evil sounding name generator.
There was some a long
There's a
time ago who called me Iene.
is that Aklo by any chance? The asking DM.
It is not recognizably Akla. Wait, no. It would be. That would be Ienea. This is Iene.
This is how I spelled it before you typed in chat.
I like yours better. Like that's definitely a much better spelling, but I do like the literal repetition of the letters.
That's fair.
It just occurred to me randomly that my middle name is actually for real Sal.
That's fun.
Hi Annie, I am Sal, and this is my companion Nick.
Hello there. What brings 3 living free men to the city of the dead?
And she specifically says 3, right?
Yes.
A little tiny voice from inside the pocket says, "Guess the jig's up." Squeaks out of the pocket, puts her little mouse nose up, sticks a tiny little paw out like to shake her hand.
I would, but unlike the vampires below, I cannot control my abilities in that way. Although your politeness is noted and appreciated.
Holy fuck! A Wendigo does not have an attribute lower than 20.
Jesus Christ.
Because I was just thinking, would it make sense for this creature to be so eloquent? Yes. Yes, it would.
Annie, I have to admit some curiosity. How is it that you are? Are you a warden of this place?
Warden? No.
Damn it, Cap, what's the name of the city again?
Penzance.
Penzance has many dead within it, both corporeal and incorporeal, and semi-corporeal like myself.
Do you serve the vampiric houses?
Who did you stipulate?
Do you serve one of the vampiric houses?
The Bloodlords? No. They couldn't buy me if they wanted to.
Do you owe allegiance to any other?
There is one who could command me.
One who exists in the world above?
Yes. Mostly he doesn't have commands. Mostly he just has a whole series of screaming.
I meet Clementine's little mousy eyes.
She does the McCavity wink with one eye wink together.
Fuck.
I can imagine there are many of my kind who have been driven mad by the never-ending, unceasing screaming, but I'm too familiar with the noise. I can just drown it out. phase it out.
Would the Bloodlords attempting to gain control of that one above be something of interest to you?
If such a thing were possible.
It is.
If.
Wait a minute. Ah!
Hypothetically.
If such a thing were possible, I would have a very vested interest in that. Hypothetically.
And
Of course.
hypothetically, if what we were doing here was contrary to that goal,
I would be intrigued. More inclined to stick my nose, perhaps where it doesn't belong.
this is a very weird visual of like a spectral hippogriff and a creepy thing with halted. Fuck, are you gonna draw? Are you gonna do this one, Cap?
I might,
It,
yeah.
it is like a heavy metal album cover.
Just give me a moment.
And like this thing doesn't have wings. It's not like it just sort of wills itself to move in the air. Like its face is towards you and it's just sort of flying away backwards. But yes,
I would be very interested in something like that.
Well, it is our understanding that some of the Bloodlords may have for some time been attempting to manipulate the Master of the Graveyard.
Only a Bloodlord would be so bold, so foolish, so stupid.
They engineered his corruption, perhaps would be the best word. You know that he is not the being that he once was.
I would sooner accuse you of that.
I'm confused by that statement.
Salandra, it was Kira's responsibility. It's Kira's fault that he got corrupted.
Oh, okay. But weren't they trying? Wasn't that what Gadra was there to do, to corrupt him?
No, Gadra
No,
was
she
there.
was to stop us from taking the key.
Right, because like she was there to do research on the body, like to figure out what exactly was wrong with it, and what had happened to it, so that she could properly craft the ritual. If you're gonna mind control an entity that powerful, you need to know it intimately. And when you were like, "We're gonna take this key and it's gonna wake up," she was like, "Please don't do that. That means it's gonna start walking around, and this is going to become much more difficult." So no, it was the interaction with the key that corrupted it.
Ah, okay. It was the sort of demonic shape of it. I just assumed it was
The
that
Bloodlord's
someone else was.
responsibility.
Yep. I can
Yeah.
I make essentially they're attempting to build a control symbol, the most elaborate and layered arcane working I've ever seen.
Yes, you mentioned that, but you are very adept at dodging accusations.
Well, I'm not clear on that one.
Pivot and turn. Are you descended from a politician?
Yes,
Glad to see that I can still smell it.
not my fault. Um, so what's this comment that I got from Kira at 7-Eleven?
I mentioned the name of the library, the Vada Mekum,
Ah, okay.
and she was like, "What? No, I told him to burn it." And apparently that didn't happen. Listen to the woman, John. All right, give me a minute. I gotta turn the lights on. I can't see shit, Captain. Like I can't see. I was like, that's fine if the lights go out. I'll just play the game, and I can't see the dice that I'm rolling.
Why won't you debate us on the cool question?
My friend did not know what the interaction would be. What happened was unexpected.
You mortals always go on whining about intention. I didn't mean for this to happen. I didn't know she would die. Am I my brother's keeper? It doesn't matter what you intend, it only matters what happens.
That is only true when discussing the past. For the future, what your intentions are matter.
No, they don't. Only your material effects matter. Whew, are we going to have a
And
discussion?
immaterial ones.
Everything's material. People like to think that emotion and reason are not necessarily the same thing. Trust me, I've been dead long enough to know that they are.
Well, in this case, having the intent to bind the master of the graveyard further has meaning. We won't know if the execution is correct until it'll be too late to stop us.
I propose an alternative solution. Return my master's mind to him.
Will that help anything?
It would help me a lot.
Other than you.
I'm the one you're negotiating with. I think I'm the one you should be intent on pleasing.
Why not? Why not destroy him so you can be your own master?
You're one to talk.
We're talking in hypotheticals.
I suggest that we prefer to speak in reality. You've had a master every single day of your life, and you love it. Why would you assume that I'm different?
I don't. I'm just. And Colt looks once again, regretting that he even opened his mouth.
You made a very good point to the absolutely wrong person.
I don't quite understand what his motivations are. It seemed that he was interested in conquest when he had his faculties about him. That runs contrary to our interests.
Fair enough.
Now,
I mean, have you actually ever met him?
Not as he was.
Then how do you know?
Clem gives a little mousy shrug. That's a good question.
that Kira's key was thought necessary to contain him.
Why do you place so much stock in these galactic parasites that you despise so much?
I'm fond of one of them.
That's fantastic. She can still lie. She can still make mistakes. She can still use you.
Yes.
Why do you think she was right?
Mhm.
When you have known that all that these gods do is make mistakes.
So,
Have you seen Marduk do anything smart lately? Or of the Holy
yes,
Maiden?
actually,
Truly? Marduk, do something smart? Tell me more.
I'm not prepared to discuss it.
Oh, of course. Of course.
So there's a very important question that Slander's trying to ascertain.
What was that? Oh,
Sending a question to Kira.
at what point does this happen in the movie? Right now. Well, can we go back? We can't. Why not? We missed it. When? Just now. it's pretty clear from this creature's attitude that all it exists to do, not all it exists to do, but it enjoys dispensing, woe and misery for its own sake. Sowing the seeds of doubt is what it does for fun.
Mhm. Well, it seems to me that to a certain extent, if you're not going to help us, this discussion is moot. That our further actions are going to be in your interest and your master's interests, at least as far as our activities here go. So, if you're not helping, it would be against your interest to do anything to harm us or to step in our way. For you to ask anything additional of us doesn't seem to get us anything. And I'm not sure what leverage you are offering.
I'm not offering anything. I'm bored and you're alive. That's the thing. You mortals, you've got maybe 40 years on this planet. And then, poof, all over. Gone. And so you run around and you do all these things. Why wouldn't I want to be a part of that? Even if it ultimately leads to failure and ruin. Even if it acts against my own interests.
That's actually a really good point.
Consider how long I've been sitting around, waiting for my Lord to awaken, or at least one of his apostles to send me on some terrible quest. Oh, the looks on their faces as the light draws from their eyes. It's a beautiful thing. I know you've all seen it before. Don't try to pretend like you haven't. I don't mean to imply that you enjoy it, only that it is beautiful, in a way.
Yeah.
On that we can agree.
Of course you would complain. You would rather build things up than see them torn down. But I enjoy a forest fire more than I enjoy a flourishing forest. And you can't have one without the other. You have your side of the coin and I have mine, and ne'er the twain shall meet. Anyway, it looks like we're getting pretty close to the roof now. Anything else to argue? Anything else to say in your behalf?
If you're interested, I know a way to place you in your master's hands.
What are you getting at?
Just something for you to think about.
You know my name. I come when I'm called. Good luck in your endeavors, little ones.
You too.
And it just sort of flutters away. Well, it takes a look at the cavern roof that you're headed to, hisses, and then flies away.
Huh.
That seems important.
Well, What's he reacting to up here, I wonder? I'm scanning the cavern roof with my arcane sight.
Your arcane sight delivers nothing.
Nothing as in anti-magic, or nothing as in, like, just mundane?
Nothing as in void. Null.
So this whole place seems like it's under a massive magical ward.
That's what you would assume based on your based on what you're seeing. That is what you would assume.
Fuck, that's pretty. I can't even tell if it's a natural feature or if someone did something. But this
Now-
place is warded as all fuck.
At that point, Holt and Clem, you two are confused because it just looks like a bunch of rocks.
Is
be it for me to say that
Salandra
it's-
using the? Oh, continue.
I am not.
But what was Holt gonna say?
Yeah, nothing smart.
No, please. Your simple
So-
mind is exactly what we need right now.
So did I do the wrong thing back there? I mean,
What, engaging that spirit?
well, giving him as much information as I did. It's just, it seems like it might be worth something.
Might have been worth something, and I don't think they were very suited for aerial combat, so just keeping it amused was enough.
Oh man, Holt gets it. Holt gets it so good.
I liked her.
I didn't.
But anyway, yeah, there seems to be some sort of incongruity. Salandra claims that, oh man, that's some serious magic. Meanwhile, Holt and Clem, what you guys see are some fucking rocks.
And you said Salandra is not wearing the goggles.
Salandra is now wearing the goggles. The most spectacular thing that you see is occasionally you see little glints of, like, partially formed gemstones. That's about it.
You've noticed that lately that sometimes Solandra's always had very bright violet eyes. Sometimes her eyes have a bit more glow than others.
That being said, Clementine Holt, make some perception rolls.
You got it.
Okay. $14.
It's not a great roll. 32.
Shut the fuck up.
The ceiling has a weird sort of patina across it. Like there's something on it.
Salandra, is the ceiling warded?
As fuck. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's a natural effect or if it's something else, but it's almost devoid of magic. It's so non-magical that it can only be magic. If you know what I mean. It's trying too hard.
At this point, Salandra, it's getting very difficult to navigate. While you're looking up, you basically have no depth perception.
Oh, Holt's the rider.
Ah!
Oh. Am I making a ride check?
No, you don't. You have no problem guiding this thing properly.
Okay.
Because you have depth perception, because you can see it.
And I can see in the dark.
Hey! Like the issue, Salandra.
The advantage is I can jump off the horse and fly, whereas Holt
Will float gently downwards.
Holt, you might. Oh, thankfully, you have a very high constitution. You have regeneration, and you have fast healing. You won't starve as you float down. I cannot tell you that you will not get horrifically molested by a series of discontent spirits. However,
Or if some harpies happen to live here. I mean,
I
harpies
mean,
are scavengers, so
that's hilarious because they'd have to
bones.
get past my armor class, and the spirits I'd have a harder time with. But as long as I keep my shield on my arm, they can't molest my mind.
That's true. That's the thing.
I was about to say the harpies would probably be more likely to flirt with you.
I'd be cool with that as well. Anyway,
Hey,
that's
come
unfortunately
on.
I'm not being attacked by a harem of harpies.
Unfortunately. So you reach the roof of the cavern, and it looks like the whole thing, you can see it now, the whole thing looks like it's coated in like a layer of slime.
Let's not touch that.
You knew exactly what I was thinking, so.
You're not exactly sure what it is.
Is it dripping?
It's not dripping.
Good.
It's completely congealed.
Do you want a better look at it?
Yes, please.
I would like to get a sample of it, frankly, but it's not
Hold on. I have a spare sword,
Hey!
which I guess could work as a, 4-foot pole.
That is true.
I take out Svisa, my +2 bastard sword, and try and scrape off a bit of the slime on the scabbard.
The whole thing is immediately combustible. No. You scrape it off. You scrape it off. It like you're like, oh man, what is it gonna do to my poor sword? Is it gonna melt it? Don't melt my sword. Don't melt my sword, bro. But nothing happens.
It's just kind of gross.
It does just sort of look kind of gross.
Can I try a craft alchemy check on it?
You may.
Can I assist?
You also may, but only if you drop your arcane sight, because like you can't see it.
I got a 7.
Wow.
I got a 32.
A 32?
Yep.
Jesus.
Well, shit. So, Solandra, when you look at it with arcane sight, it looks like this. But without the face.
Ew.
The face is just what you're imagining. But when you look at it and you swirl it around in the a little bit, you check it out and you realize
It's liquid lead.
Oh. Seriously?
Seriously.
They spray coated the entire roof of the cavern with lead.
Ew.
I mean, is it still liquid? I mean, we were able to scrape a little bit off, so it hasn't solidified at room temperature. So it's not just lead.
right. Let's assume that there is some sort of alchemical or magical process that they've treated the lead with such that it smooths like peanut butter. It spreads like peanut butter, but it still has all the properties of lead. Most notably, blocking a lot of magic shit.
Well, it's a good thing there's no living things here. That would really fuck those up.
Oh yeah, don't drink that.
I wasn't planning on it.
Holt, you suddenly develop pica, you have an incredible urge to drink it.
I think that's just called Curious Adventurer.
No,
Lick the ceiling.
it's
Lick the ceiling.
Just lick it. There is a condition called pica that causes people to just want to eat inedible things. Like Tide Pods.
And hair.
And nails.
Yeah.
And rocks.
Don't do that.
Don't.
Stop it.
I'd like to
some
think that Tide Pods had something to do with pica, but I think it had a lot more to do with just general stupidity.
It was just a meme.
It was a meme that people took to fucking with.
Mm.
Like the cinnamon challenge.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ha!
Don't breathe in powders, children. Didn't we learn about that today?
We should do a
What?
we should do a wasabi meme, a wasabi in the eye meme challenge.
No, we shouldn't.
That would be funny.
We
Do
ought
it.
not to do that.
Don't be a puss.
Too late.
Oh man,
If that's what makes me a puss, then a puss I am.
the best part of waking up is wasabi in your cup.
I'm gonna say wasabi in your eye.
The best part of wanting to die is wasabi in your eye.
Well,
Well, I mean, if the Amazon keeps being on fire, then maybe.
I get this really good powdered wasabi from Taiwan, and it's real wasabi, not freaking horseradish. The only problem with it is it comes in this little sort of foil Ziploc bag,
Mm.
and the thing is that when you're sealing the bag, like a puff of the powder is super fine. A puff of the powder always comes out and gets right into your nostrils and right into your eyes.
Oh no.
It's like very painful.
Just wear a gas mask
Yep.
when you're putting it away.
It's
Or
not
like
quite
any
as-
time, really.
Bless you.
It's not quite as bad as the time I was slicing habaneros and I absolutely wiped my face, my eyes.
No.
Dumbass.
Mm.
It's okay, you paid for your sins then.
I mean, I absolutely wiped my eyes after washing my hands, but habanero oils are particularly persistent.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just looked up a creature called an omnipath. It enslaves aboleths.
Oh.
Does that make it a good thing?
No.
Okay.
Oh god, it can communicate telepathically with all individual creatures in its telepathic mesh simultaneously.
It's the living abomination of at all.
It is! Oh my god! And its telepathic range is, what, 12 miles?
That's dumb.
It's so dumb. So it just dominates all these aboleths. And then those aboleths enslave a bunch of other creatures, and it's like, yes!
Pyramid scheme, fantasy style.
Oh yeah. That being said, their schemes are utterly inscrutable. They are playing 12-dimensional chess. Don't even bother. I know what you're thinking. What's going on here? Stop. Don't. So anyway,
That is the reason why the fad of having stuffed birds in your headgear got started.
what? Why?
They just decided. They decided that they wanted that they thought that it was important to have stuffed birds on people's heads. There was a reason for this, but we cannot comprehend it.
Right.
Because there's no other explanation for why that happened.
Right.
That people were literally wearing stuffed birds in their heads for decades.
Right. I'm looking at you, tulips. What the fuck? Anyway, so yeah, you found roughly the entrance to Scoobity Bop Bop to Vadamekum. You haven't found like a way in.
But we're at the place.
Right. You're yeah, like Solandra, you are dangerously close to Gadra. You're just a few hundred feet away.
Alright, so... Fuck. What's beneath us?
Open
Air.
air.
Open air and far, far below the city.
Yes,
Mm-mm.
farther than any of you can see. Also,
Is it farther than 60 feet, Reynolds?
it is way farther than 60 feet.
I can't see shit then.
Cap, what the fuck is this image you sent me of these two people? With
Oh, you don't know that? Have you seen
No.
Time Bandits?
I have not, actually.
Alright, give me a second. I'll send
You
you
haven't
the
seen
clip.
Time Bandits?
I haven't, I know. But it looks like a fucking charcoal briquette instead of a fucking toaster oven.
Reynolds, I hate to say it, but even I've seen Time Bandits.
It is.
Just watch this 1 minute clip.
It's evil. Don't touch it. Alright, give me a minute. Oh, good. I'm gonna stop the recording and I'll start it back up again.
X at all.
That makes perfect sense. It's evil. Don't touch it. But
And people
Halt.
do, and then they get blown up. Yes.
But Halt.
What?
You, of all people, should be able to answer the question, what is evil, really? Is it evil to be misunderstood?
I don't really give a damn if Drax is misunderstood. Given the chance, I will destroy him.
Wow. Huh. Got it. Why don't you kill your demon overlord, huh?
Okay.
Wait.
Wait.
Did the hypocrisy miss you? Did I miss you with the hypocrisy missile?
I think I'm too stupid.
I was about
Hey,
to
you
say.
said it was a demon, not a devil. Fuck it.
Yeah. There's a difference.
Yeah, but he does have a demon overlord too.
No?
Sort of.
Halt. Cap.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've bamboozled you so hard that you may not understand that, like, Gemma owns you now.
No, I do get that.
Okay. So,
Yes, it's very clear to me.
Okay. Now, what I am saying is that the evil of Gemma is very alike to the evil of Drax. So if you
That's nice.
So if you wanted to destroy him, would you not also be guilty of wanting to destroy your lord and master?
Wanting to destroy him and actually acting to do it are two very different things.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I mean, who doesn't fantasize about tripping their boss down a flight of stairs? I mean, I do that, and I'm my own boss.
I have this visualization of Holt killing all the evils of the world one by one, and then finally sitting down in a chair and slitting his own wrists.
I mean, Cap, you do. Fuck, I can't remember the name of the character from Castlevania. Shit. I gotta look him up.
Trevor?
No, he's
Alucard?
no, he's the Forge Master.
Oh, shit.
The Viking guy?
No.
Oh. I like the Viking guy.
Oh yeah, Godbrand is great.
Man! Man,
uh,
when does Castlevania get season 3? I'm stoked.
Shit.
Is it... I always get them mixed up. I'm so dumb. It's Isaac.
Isaac, yes. Because I was like, Hector? No, Isaac.
No, Hector's the pussy.
I was about to say Hector is he's a little touched. No, it's Isaac. Just Hulk pulling at Isaac.
Yeah.
Listen, Man, what a fucking good anime.
What a fucking show. All Isaac is saying is that the world would be better if all the humans died. And so if somebody wants him to destroy all humans, he will do it and then he will kill himself. And he will die happy. Like, that's fucked up. But like
Fucked up but commendable.
fucked up but like commendable, and like he's not wrong. Maybe he shouldn't do it.
That's commitment right there.
Right?
Right? Like, that's respect.
Like, Hector is like, oh, humanity needs to be reared. And, like, Dracula is like, you said it, not me. And Isaac is like, no, you want me to destroy all humans. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, you don't gotta hide, man. You're a genius. I love you. You're great. Yeah, I'll destroy all humans. And then I'll kill myself. Fucking Jesus. Anyway, so, yeah. Cavern roof. Liquid lead coating. So, I mean, like, you can still scry on people in it, you just have to go around the lead. The point is, anyone who's pointing magical contraptions up can't realize what's going on.
Clem, think you can you earthclads for lead? I don't see any holes big enough for us to gas through.
Well, it's worth a shot.
Let's take a look first. Any fissures, any holes, any gaps?
somebody give
Where-
me
Oh, continue.
give me a perception roll. And like because your vision is limited, you're gonna have to like fly around it, just looking.
May I focus specifically on the spot where Holt scraped some off with his sword, and see if it reformed around it, or if there's like a wound there?
Oh yeah, it definitely reformed.
Okay, then I will just do regular perception.
38 perception.
Hey.
27.
Okay, so you guys are flying around for a while. And eventually, you do not find a fissure. Oh man. Oh, baby Jesus. Ah, man. No, that's not what I'm... Damn it. No, I want an image of the hole without the... There we go. Perfect.
Careful how you Google that.
Cab, this is outstanding.
Oh,
Oh, you even added Baby Clem!
yeah.
Spooky spirit. Big spooksman.
Oh wow.
But yeah, you do not find a fissure. You find something that looks like that. Thank you, Silent Hill 4.
There's a hole! There's a hole!
There's a hole in the ceiling of the cave.
Oh man, like I think it's a scene from it's a scene from Silent Hill 2 that's great. You're just wandering around, and written on the wall is, "There was a hole here. It's gone now." And that shit doesn't get explained until Silent Hill 4.
Mm-hmm.
Having only played Silent Hill 2, I was like, what the shit?
I haven't played any of them, but I have, in one way or another, experienced 1 through 4.
Fair. I have played all of 2. Cap, you had, what was it, 4? 4 or 5 that you had.
I played the shit out of Homecoming and Downpour. They were the ones
Yeah.
that came out for Xbox.
So Homecoming I haven't played, but I've seen a lot of the game.
Because I've 100%ed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried playing it, but I was too scared.
Also, I didn't know this, or I forgot. On right next to there was a hole here. There was a hole here. It's gone now. On the other wall it reads, "If you really want to see Mary so bad, you should just die." Have you ever considered that you might be heading to different places, James? Just like, whoa. But you might be heading to a different place than Mary is, James. Christ. Anyway,
Anyway, this hole.
there's a hole.
There's the hole.
And it has like a sort of liquid lead mesh membrane across it. It is gooey,
Huh.
and you probably don't want to get it on you. Earth elementals notwithstanding. But like, you probably don't want to let that touch your skin. Thankfully, lead poisoning is treatable in adults. Or at least more treatable than it is in children.
Are these sigils around it?
Yes, they are obvious wards. Although what they do remains a mystery. I mean, at least if you're going to try to detect magic, because as stated before, you can't detect the magic. Divination spells around these things fail.
All right. I'm gonna cast non-detection on everybody.
Okay.
Words describing it fail. Pages relating it shrivel. Tales recounting it end.
Gaseous form. How do we end it? Because it's really has some serious liabilities.
It ends when dismissed.
Okay. All right. Might want to just the Phantom Steed. What does it do when we're not riding it?
Chills out unless dismissed. Or does it have to stay within a certain range of you?
It might have to stay within a certain range.
Doesn't say that.
That's true. It does not. I suppose you can just leave it someplace to wait.
Okay. Let's leave it someplace to wait.
It's evil. Don't touch it. Oh, it's so good.
So what exactly, before we do this, while we're still here and not actually committing any vampire crimes, what exactly is our plan here?
Well,
What are our
certainly
contingencies?
breaking that symbol represents months of work. It couldn't easily be recreated. So sabotaging it would set them back quite a ways. I mean, they probably started work on this before we even, before Drax was even released. So now, admittedly, they might have recorded some of it, which might help them sort of. But I mean, this is the type of thing where you can't even, it's not easy to reproduce an intricate magical matrix. So I'm not saying that.
Destroy the books that she was using as reference.
Potentially, we could destroy the whole fucking library.
I mean, that's a lot of wishful thinking. We don't know the layout of this place.
Yep.
We don't know exactly where to go. We don't know how guarded it's going to be inside. It's a pretty bad thing when I'm having to act as the voice of reason, but I
Well,
also know that I'm not very good at this whole infiltration thing.
we can scout the place out, but we're not the stealthiest. We're not the stealthiest types in the world.
I mean, I could also use a disguise spell and disguise myself as one of the vampires.
Unfortunately, there is one critical failure to your disguise.
You have a heartbeat, Lem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know a spell that allows me to take undead forms, but it's I haven't really bothered with it because you get the undead weaknesses too, including the ability to get dominated by other fucking undead and necromancers. So I decided not to cast that the last time we were in the graveyard, and I technically know it, but I never bothered to memorize it. It's fucking annoying.
What if I disguised as one of the thralls?
What the fuck is a thrall doing up there?
Yeah, I think
Snacky.
that would definitely make you stand out. Don't think there's anything we can do in there that wouldn't make us stand out, to be perfectly honest. Which would lead to us having to subdue or kill everyone in our path. Which I know that you want to do, but it has a lot of potential to go incredibly wrong.
I'm just saying, can you fight like an army of vampires, including a venerable bloodlord?
Mm-mm.
Because if you fuck up, you're going to be fighting a giant group of vampire guards and a venerable bloodlord. Maybe 2 venerable bloodlords.
Well, there is one other thing. And look around. I'm memorizing this location.
Like you can memorize the outlaying area, but finding your way back here is going to be difficult unless you leave something behind.
Can you make an arcane mark of some sort?
Yes. This is for the purposes of being able to teleport back here.
You could definitely create sort of like an arcane signal. And, Solandra, you succeed on your knowledge arcane roll. Because it's on the other side of the liquefied lead, they won't be able to see it.
Nice.
That being said, leaving it too close to the opening might be a bad idea. Because if that's how people get in and out, then they're going to be like, hey, who put this here?
I can actually, I can create an invisible arcane mark. That, I can see it, but no one else can.
That's
Okay.
fucking cool.
That would work. Like, I'm trying to contrive a reason for why these vampires would be able to see invisibility, and I can't think of one.
Yeah, so we'd want it to be maybe 50, 60 feet away from the, it can be found by detect magic, so if someone's coming up, they might find it. So let's make it a little further away, and this is just something so that I can teleport back to this location easily.
Sounds good. You create
That's an excellent idea.
You create a little baby monitor. Only you can hear its cries.
Yep, it should last for around a month.
Well, let's hope it doesn't take you that long to unseat this dastardly plan.
I have had it for a long time, but I just started memorizing it because I was using it to mark our trail when we were in the Underdark.
Hey.
That's really smart.
I did mention it a few times. I don't know if it really registered, but
I mean, I assume like it doesn't matter. Like I don't remember you saying that, but if you had said, "Yeah, I was marking our trail," I'd be like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Sounds
Yeah, it
like
was
something she'd do.
It was down. I think I was mentioning it before we found the dragon lair, and then I think I forgot to mention it after that. So.
Well, probably because you didn't mark the dragon lair. Because if you mark that dragon lair, she will get very upset. Are you marking my territory? Are you stepping up on my man? So, you guys want to hang around here? Do you want to look at some more liquid lead, or are you going back down?
I feel like poking our heads in there. I don't know. I kind of want to do it, but
Can you tell if this hole goes behind you?
No.
I can try going in by myself, invisible as well as gaseous, and just poke my head in and see what I can see with my arcane sight.
Okay.
Ooh,
Just
nice.
please don't start lighting things on fire.
Well, I am invisible, not non-detectable, and but they might have traps. Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
We found the entrance. That's
Yeah, and we can
Incredible.
teleport back here during the party.
Exactly. What was it Ravenkind said? Anyone who's anyone will be there?
Yeah.
To deny him would be a grave. I can't even. Would be a
Grave offense.
grave offense. Like,
Oh, pun
Grave
intended.
offense.
you know what? There's got to be a Magic the Gathering card called Grave Offense. And if there isn't, I'm gonna be upset.
If there isn't, I will eat my hat.
If there isn't, I'll make one.
There isn't. The closest thing we have is reanimation.
Bullshit.
I'm so salty. We've got Grave Pact, but no Grave Offense? Come on, guys! Y'all are the master of fucking puns and you dropped this shit? Also, I was reading through the undead category. So there are 4 stages to an undead uprising. The Unquiet Dead, the Skeletal Awakening, Lost Souls, and finally the Necropolis Project.
Rocky.
Heroes who perished in the battle against the uprising return as fearsome undead generals. The few living survivors are enslaved as thralls. The area becomes a city of the undead, or construction begins if no such city existed or survived. Free-willed undead flock to this new sanctuary, and only the greatest of heroes can return this now blighted place to the world of the living.
Well, shoot.
Welcome to the Necropolis, folks. Anyway, straight down or back to Ravenkind's castle?
I think back to the castle.
Is it worth finding out what's directly below this place?
I think that would be a great idea. More landmarks we have, the better.
The only problem is then whatever's directly below this place will see us.
We're tourists. As long as it's not another estate, I think we should be fine.
Well, let's
And if
descend
we're
a bit
here
and
as
see out.
Lord Ravenkind's guest, that may give us a little leeway.
We have papers of passage. We're here as Lord Ravenkind's guests. We're explorers, and we haven't used we're owl exterminators yet. So you know what? We're good.
We've got a freebie.
I think with what I have in Bluff, I could make where owl exterminators work.
That's true. I mean, like, a bluff roll is required, but like, if you it works. It just works.
It's an Easter egg. It just works.
It just works.
Once. So use it wisely.
Bawa Greetba Minibon? Bawa Greetba Minibon, what's up? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, the Transformers movie is so stupid. I love it. Sorry, I'm in a nostalgia cycle. There's so many good parts of that movie. Just like there's a lot of incidental dialogue that's just very good. Like the second time they try to use the universal greeting, Hot Rod is like, "What's that? What was that thing? The universal greeting?" No, wait, I remember. Like, I feel like a lesser cartoon would be like, "Oh, now that character has to remind you." Like, obviously, you have to remind the audience we're doing the universal greeting joke again, but like, for the character to be like, "Oh no, wait, I remember," it shows like some level of development or growth. Like, oh, they're internalizing information now. Nice work. They've really come far. Anyway. So, headed straight down?
Headed straight down.
Down, down,
Leisurely,
down.
we're not going into a dive.
Dive, dive, dive!
My ride skill isn't that
That-
good.
So actually, let's not go straight down. Let's go down at a bit of an angle and circle.
Okay.
Do almost a corkscrew, so it doesn't look like we're coming directly from the ceiling.
Smart.
Ah,
man, why can't I find a... Fuck.
Oh, man. Huh.
God damn it.
So I can literally turn into a vampire.
You could if you wanted. Is it permanent?
Nope, 1 minute per level, so not that long.
I mean, you may find the experience of being a vampire somewhat intoxicating.
The odd thing is I wouldn't get any stat bonuses from it, I don't think.
Nah, but you get to deal negative levels.
Sounds like that would go to your head. Can mages cast Enervate?
They can. Ooh, I like this. Alrighty then. So you guys start flying down, and you come upon an estate that looks very much like this.
Ooh. Pretty.
Everybody make perception rolls.
Sure.
Got it.
15.
29.
37.
Fuck off.
Oh my god. Holt, you remind me so much of Norman's knight from the Evil game. Because, like, he had some pretty powerful skills, but he never put a point in perception. So we're level 24, and they're like, alright guys, give me a perception roll. And our fucking Kitsune rogue is like, I got a 43. And I'm like, I got a 50. And Norman's like, I got a 5.
Okay. So I'm an elf, which gives you a bonus to perception. I have alertness from brothers, so I have a lot of perception bonuses.
This makes sense.
I have a +3 total.
Please tell me some of that's wisdom.
Nope.
It would be 4 without my wisdom.
I love you, Cap, and I love Holt so much. So as you guys are flying down, right? So, yeah, Clem and Salandra, do you remember when you guys were at the Bee's Nest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I
that,
love that place.
but more decadent.
Whoa.
Like, alms of the vein are given freely from writhing supplicants as kindred in various state of undress bathe and gorge themselves, engaging in carnal pleasures with kindred and kine alike.
I'm personally offended I can't see this yet.
Like, normally it would feel like... Normally it'd feel kind of cool, but to know that this pleasure palace is built on the backs of slaves sort of strikes you as a little queasy.
All right. I think that's all we needed to know.
And before long, this figure flies up to greet you.
Oh.
Oh, him.
Oh, him.
I thought we were leaving before he could come along.
Things are kind of starting to make sense now.
Yep.
Why Brownbow might need his help if he is involved.
Halt.
Mm.
I think this is it. This is a conversation where you might be the one to take the lead.
Boy.
So he flies up to y'all and just says, "Halt! Everybody give me a will save."
Got
This mind control?
It is not mind control. It is just a suggestion.
Ooh.
That looks like a 30.
23.
37.
And a 34.
Wow, what the fuck?
I have a plus 7 to my will saves now.
I have a plus 23 to my will
I was
saves.
about to say, Clem, number one, you're a wisdom machine. Number two, whale is a high save for druids, and number three, you have a +5 cloak of resistance. Like,
I've gotten so much fucking mileage out of that thing.
fucking, you're over there. They throw the mind shackles on you, and you're like, I can break these cuffs, and they're like, you can't break those cuffs, and then you're broken free.
Then you flex.
and then you flex. That being said, so yeah, Holt, what did you get? You got like a
23.
24? Yeah, no, none of you are forced to follow his suggestion, but you could if you want to keep up appearances.
Yeah, I'll come to a floating halt on the back of this hippogriff. Sort of pat its neck.
Who are you, and what are you doing on my estates?
Oh, we didn't realize that we were flying over your estate, sir.
It's worth noting that I am hiding in.
Fair enough. Well, you are.
Oh, my apologies.
Make a beautiful, beautiful bluff roll.
Absolutely, Holt is playing the pretty boy here. That's gonna have to be math, so that's a 15 plus 21 is 36.
Well then, I'm gonna look up his attributes, but I don't know. Ah.
Hey!
I think for bluff, it's really just an opposed roll against sense deception, right?
No, it's a sense motive.
Sense motive, sorry, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Solander doesn't buff much. That big +2.
Oh god, I'm okay with this. What the? Sorry, these. Oh my god, sorry. I have this. Okay.
How much is this in character with this guy?
What?
Is he saying what you're saying?
No.
Is he like flustered? I was about to say.
No. I'm just looking over his abilities and I'm like, okay, some of this makes sense and some of this just doesn't work. I'll fix it in post. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So, he floats closer to you all. I'm gonna need 5 will saves.
5?
5.
Uh,
List them in an order.
Oh. 5 will saves each.
Yes.
Okay.
is this possession or mental control?
Nope.
Okay.
Is this anything that our deities offer any resistance against?
Unfortunately, no, because it's not literal mind control.
Okay.
Shit.
Do you want this in the group chat?
I'm gonna need. I would prefer it in chat, just like a list, just like number, comma, number, comma, number, comma, number.
Oh, okay.
Because this guy has some fucking nasty abilities.
Shit. Oh wait, no, it's +7, so it would be a 9. I can't do math.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay. Alright. So, as it turns out, these abilities do not offer any saves, but I will say that the saves will assist you in identifying exactly what's happening.
Okay.
So, Holt, you feel weird. You are currently getting a -4 on rolls against fear, a -2 penalty on all saving throws. Uh, 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 you're feeling oh god, you're feeling a little weak-willed, and you're feeling a natural inclination.
Hold on, who is crumpling something directly into their microphone?
Oh, me.
That's
Sorry.
It's
okay, I just couldn't hear anything other than the extremely loud crackly noise.
And you're feeling a natural inclination to indulge in your darker desires. It's not powerful. It's not like a demand, but it's like, oh man, murder just solves all your problems, doesn't it? Yeah, it
Okay.
do. And you're like, you sort of don't know what's come over you. Clementine, you realize that this guy's aura of evil is palpable. You can taste it like a miasma in the air. So thick is it. His mortal form may be beautiful, but his soul, or whatever it is that passes for his soul, is so monstrously ugly that it infects the world around him. You hesitate to use the phrase evil incarnate, but if such a thing were to exist, it is stood before you.
Does he address us further after that bluff check?
1 second. Oh man, there's there's a quote I'm trying to find. Damn it.
Damn it, dag nabbit, dag it.
Dang it. Man. Fuck. Come on. Come on. The hell within him, for within him. Oh man.
What?
I'm just trying to find this quote.
Oh.
I'm checking through Paradise Lost right now, and I feel like it's man. Apparently, it's not in Paradise Lost, so I guess I'll have to go with this. Which way I fly is hell. Myself, I am hell. And in the lowest deep and lower deep, still threatening to devour me, opens wide, to which the hell I suffer seems a heaven.
All right.
So what was your lie exactly?
I kind of forget now, honestly.
Whatever. I know, that was only like, what, 10 minutes ago?
I can't even remember 5 minutes ago.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Well then.
I didn't know that it was his estate.
Right.
Well, I suppose we all make mistakes. Pay the blood tax and you'll be off.
Blood tax.
Yes.
I don't believe that's necessary.
Excuse me? Like, you say,
Oh.
I don't think that'll be necessary, and, like, he pulls out the excuse me, and, like, you, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't shiver, you whinge. You didn't even mean to. It just happened. But what were you going to try to say in your defense?
Certainly, sir. I mean, no offense. As one from the surface, I'm unfamiliar with your custom.
Ah, I understand.
Well, it is customary that when you trespass against a blood lord in a position such as yours, though we may not be equal, I understand that you are not like them.
As he casts a derisive look over his shoulder to the supplicants below.
Holt looks down to the. Can I see what's going on now?
Oh, yeah, now you can definitely see what's going on.
I try to meet his eyes with a low chuckle and a knowing sort of look.
Like, it's pretty awful down there. There is very clearly a whole lot of sex and not a lot of consent. But Holt, you've played this song and dance before. And so, like, he gestures to your arm and just says, present.
You'll have to give me a moment. There are actually quite a few. I'm gonna do it.
Paper. What about
I
the
don't see a
papers?
way out of this. Oh. Does Sal use a message cantrip to say that?
Yep.
What does Sal suggest?
Papers.
Our papers.
Okay, so unfortunately, Clementine has the. Which papers do you mean? The draft papers of passage.
Yep.
Are we on the ground?
You are not
No.
on the ground. You're still
Okay.
floating in the air, and unfortunately, Clementine has the papers, so she'll have to turn back.
Clem crawls out of the pocket. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Transforms in Holt's lap.
Oh, okay. Well, now I have to hold you.
With a flourish, produces the papers.
He
Smiles at the guy and says, like you said, I don't think it will be necessary.
he rips them out of your hands, and looks at them and says,
Good, now I know who to complain to. Alms, please.
I don't think you understand how this works, little one. This means you're allowed to pass into the city. That does not mean you're allowed to pass onto my property. The drow grow more bold with every passing year. You're from the Pastora clan, correct? I'm sorry. Yeah, you're from. He looks at the papers.
Okay.
What's the clan name on the paper? What was that?
Luetar.
You're from the Luetar clan, it says. Is that true?
Yeah. More or less.
Perhaps you shall not be by next year. If you catch my
really?
drift.
That actually might be a bit more helpful to me than you may have intended.
Me killing all of your family will help you.
It's not all my family.
Noted. When I taste of them, I will know where the rest of them are. And he, like, hands the papers back to you. And, like, at this point, Halt, he's tired of waiting.
Spellcraft roll. What can this guy do with our blood beyond drinking it?
Roll it.
41.
41. Like, if he drinks your blood, he will basically sort of, like, have, within himself a phylactery of you. Not in, like, a lich's phylactery, but, like, in all of the witches' situations of a phylactery. Like, we're talking +10 on scrying rolls, we're talking, you know, he will have a piece of you inside of him forever.
Have any of his other guards or anything come up?
No. It's just him.
Well, may we land, or would you like to take care of this up here?
Right here will do fine. You've spent enough of my time.
Fair enough. And I present my arm. Dal, I'm the one best suited for this.
And
I think he said arms. I think he means everybody's arm.
No, he only requested alms of the driver. Presumably for some reason he considers the rest of you blameless in this. I mean, he was the one rearing the hippogriff, right?
That's correct.
So he takes a big old chomp. And like it hurts. You get the distinct impression that like he could make it feel good, but he's not. And like the patina of beauty falls away for a split second that only you can see, and you see the monstrous beast that he is. Fangs rimed with rust, skin slack against bone, wisps of hair above filthy clothes as he draws in your vitality. And after he does so, you lose 3 points of constitution. But he doesn't deal any negative level damage. And as he draws it away, he just says,
Ooh. Hellbred. A rare vintage. At which point he starts coughing and sputtering.
Is there a problem, my lord?
No, it's fine. At which point, like, he just sort of, like, coughs again, and, like, a spurt of, and, like, he covers his mouth, and then a spurt of brackish green blood comes spurting out of his nose. Like, have you ever, like, had like, water come out of your nose or something?
Yeah.
Worse, I've had lemonade come out of my nose.
Oh, man! Yeah, no, like it, like he experiences that for a split second, and he just sort of waves you all away.
Okay, let's get the fuck out of here.
Waves back, says, have fun with the gang rape.
Clem, shut the fuck up.
Thankfully, he's too busy dry heaving into himself to hear you.
I've just been sort of quietly prestidigitating that blood away.
Oh, the wound is not gonna be bleeding for long. I have like 4 things that stop me from bleeding.
Yeah.
No, the stuff that he vomited out.
Oh, right, yes. Thank you.
that being said, anybody who cares can give me a knowledge religion.
Oh, Holt's blood is sanctified in its own strange way.
That's true, but that's not what I'm talking about. You figured that out pretty quick.
All right, it's knowledge religion is plus 27. All right, that's 35.
35. The feeling of palpable evil that Lord Mirish gives off can belong to only one entity. An anti-paladin.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Well, that explains things.
And, like,
Holt.
Hmm.
You know what Bowman is. I mean,
Yes.
that is his opposite.
Oh,
Writ large.
that
oh, man, I like it.
actually makes sense.
So, I just looked up Sigil of the Holy Guard, and this was the literal first result. So, like, as far as I'm concerned, that's the Sigil of the Holy Guard now.
Oh, interesting.
That being
I
said,
like it too.
his sigil, like, as you guys are passing beyond the walls of his grounds, the sigil that adorns the walls and flags is an upside down version of that, but the tines bend outward instead of inward.
Okay.
So, like, Holt, you recognize you are in the house of the anti-Holy Guard.
I see.
Salt levels are high.
Edgy bitch.
Add him to the list of things to take care of.
The list is growing long.
It is.
But, Lord Mirish is clearly an anti-paladin, which means a lot of his abilities are like a paladin's abilities, except the opposite way around.
Salandra and I were both really on the razor's edge in terms of attacking him.
Oh, yeah. No, good. That's what I want to instill in you all. I want to instill in you a place where, dear God, you all want to just kill everyone, destroy everything, but you're not quite strong enough to do it.
I was wondering if we could take just him by himself, but I'm sure his guard would have shown up real fast.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, he himself is also very powerful. And let us not discount, he is also a vampire.
Well, there's pros and cons to that.
Absolutely. That being said, the vampires that you're dealing with are threaded stock. If they really are Ravenkind's descendants, they may not be subject to all of the weaknesses that surface vampires are subject to. Running water, holy symbols, garlic, these things may not matter to these creatures. But they might.
Clem, what's your most powerful nuke vampire spell?
Let's see what I've got for daylight spells. Give me 2 shakes.
Dave
Well-
sort of remembers you having something that does like 10 hit points per level to them.
I mean, there's always heal.
Oh, that's true, because heal does, the opposite for undead.
Right.
Yeah, I have a very good anti. I've learned how to disrupt necromantic energies.
I mean,
but
I also have
I have
the
to
daylight
touch them for
spell.
that. I think the normal daylight spell isn't that strong. I think it's
No, it's only a 3rd level.
no. It's there's something that's like a real nuke for them. That I'm pretty sure is a druid spell, like an area effect fuck undead spell.
Mm.
It's not sunbeam.
So, y'all are on the streets of Penzance. Are you gonna keep riding the hippogriff or just start walking around?
We might as well ride back.
Sick.
It's too long. God damn it.
What?
Oh, nothing. Just I don't know. My Wi-Fi has been very erratic.
There's Wall of Light. An immobile, blinding curtain of white light that blocks line of sight springs into existence. The wall sheds bright light to a range of 60 feet in all directions. A creature adjacent to the wall is blinded, as long as it remains adjacent, plus an additional 1d4 rounds thereafter. Creature that passes through the wall is automatically blinded. A creature from the plane of shadow gains 1d4 negative levels each round it spends within 5 feet of the wall.
I'll count a vampire as subject to the negative levels.
Cool.
At 3rd level, the powers of darkness make an anti-paladin a beacon of corruption and disease. An anti-paladin does not take any damage or take penalty from diseases, but he is still a carrier and can spread them to others.
Sunburst.
That's the one.
8th level spell. It does 1d6 points of damage per caster level. 80-foot radius burst.
Jesus Christ.
In addition, the burst results in the destruction of any undead creature specifically harmed by bright light if it feels it's safe. Ooh, yeah, that's like good. That's like good spell.
I like this spell. This is a good spell.
Memorize a lot of those.
Just jam my pockets full of them.
Full of sunbursts. You get a sunburst, and you get a sunburst.
Everybody look under your chair.
Well, the other night, the nice thing of it too is that, like, Holt and I, even if we're in the radius, we're taking like 66 damage.
And if you succeed on your reflex save, you don't get blinded, and you reduce the damage by half.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about the collateral damage on this one so much.
Also, if an undead creature that is specifically harmed by bright light fails its saves, it just dies.
Dies. Yep.
Just fucking dead.
And that is an area of like You know, 80 foot radius burst, so 160 feet.
Yeah.
Remember that part in Van Helsing?
Yup.
Yeah.
It
Now I
creates-
know what it's for.
You could just like, how many 8th level spells do you have?
Let's take a look. 3!
You would make a fucking great terrorist in the city.
Um,
it has a really long range. Its range is like 400 feet plus 40 feet per level.
Yeah.
So like over 1,000 feet. And 80-foot air radius burst. You could just be nuking people from orbit.
I mean, just go to the fucking masquerade. Launch, launch, launch. Anyone who's anyone.
will be there. Don't expect to one-hit kill any bloodlords with it, but like regular vampires.
There go their minions.
Yeah, vampires spawn. They're toast. But consider Clementine. You will kill a lot of thralls.
It's true.
And I mean, like, hey, if you want to do the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, then like, let me check. What's your alignment again?
She's
True
neutral.
True neutral.
Yeah.
I'll let it pass. Like, that's a pretty true neutral thing to do. I have to kill all these vampires. Their thralls are totally fucked. I don't care if I kill them all.
Yeah, I had to take a dip downward, and I grabbed Myrna's heart out of her chest.
Yep, because what is that? What is the name of that spell?
2 shakes. It is Death Clutch.
Death Clutch, because Death Clutch is literally an evil spell. It's called Death Clutch, guys. I think it's evil. But anyway, yep. So we will return next time in the city streets as you return to Ravenkind's Manor.
Oh,
Alright.
hey, we did not get XP last session, by the way.
We did
Oh, you-
not.
We did not.
Well, everybody gets 25,000 experience points for some experience points interest and some fantastic investigations.
Excellent. Good job, everyone.
Well, thanks for now. Thanks, guys. It's a lot of fun.
Thanks, Reynold.
You're welcome.
Thanks for a great sesh. I'm learning more about vampires.
I'm glad you
I
enjoyed.
really hate vampires.
I'm glad you enjoyed all of the disgusting depravity. I'm glad you enjoyed it as much as I hated describing it.
That's always the goal, isn't it?
Well,
I think
a sunburst spell would have been very appropriate in that setting, I think.
I prepared explosive runes today.